So a few years ago, I went with a colleague to meet an apprenticeship lead in an organisation, and we went to talk to her about introducing support for the workforce in numeracy, and particularly with this kind of, with the importance of having confidence and qualifications, functional skills to actually get on the apprenticeship agenda.
Right.
It's really, really important. And what we're talking about is potentially supporting the workforce a bit further back, from kind of induction so that they got confident with numbers. So that by the time they were thinking about apprenticeships, they'd overcome some of the anxieties and fears and potentially, even upskilled, ready for the apprenticeship program. Because we know a lot of people, a lot of employees will be hiding in that kind of fear of numbers and fear of maths and, I can't do the apprenticeship because there's maths involved and I've not got the maths gene and, all the things that they say. So we thought, okay, well, we'll go and talk to her about all of this and how we can support her teams to feel more confident.
Right.
And it was a really bizarre meeting, she was really abrupt, really defensive, really not interested at all, really pushing back and almost a bit sort of aggressive, really.
Right.
And we came out of the meeting and we were like, oh, that was a bit strange, I wonder what was going on there. Anyway, we did end up working with the organisation and we did end up supporting. I think actually we probably went through another colleague at some point, but we ended up working with the organisation for quite a few years and we came across her again and again as we did this. And as we got to know her and she relaxed a little bit and she felt, safer with us, she actually told us that when we first came to meet her and discuss this in the meeting, she was absolutely terrified because she was so phobic about maths. She was really, really worried that we were going to expose her. And what she thought was, well, I'm the apprenticeship lead and I'm supposed to be able to do this and I'm supposed to know this and I'm supposed to be confident. How can I talk to other people about this when I know inside I'm terrified and I can't do it?
Well, that's a really scary situation, isn't it? If you put yourself in her shoes, it's probably like a protection thing that she was putting up, thinking like, don't come near me because I might expose.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see this, with people, potentially in some of these roles. And it's so important to give them the support and the safe space to be able to fold about, how they feel about maths. Because how could you expect them to support others if they're terrified themselves?
Yeah, they haven't got the right attitude at that time, but it can be changed.
But it's that lack of confidence and that, fear that they should know because they're, in a more senior position or something. And I think that's what's really lovely about the Numeracy Champion programme, because we say that to the champion. It's the very first thing we do, how do you feel about maths? What's your story? Because, we recognise from this experience of talking to people that sometimes the champions who are picking up and supporting have got their own fears, and we need to break those down first before, we can help them to help others.
Yeah, of course, because during the champion program, there's that opportunity to look at their own journey and their own feelings towards maths. And some of our best champions have been really maths phobic or have had some maths anxiety themselves, but it makes them a brilliant champion because they can empathise and they can say to the people that they're supporting, look, I felt that way too. And it's not a bad thing and you can change how you feel.
And I think that's really true and that's really important because they've had that experience themselves. They really, really, really know where people are coming from. So it's invaluable.